Hey, girlfriends, it's 8 o'clock. You know what that means. It's the Girlfriend Show. Please welcome Miss Sandy Ray of Sandy Ray and the Cold Shoulders.
Good evening, everyone.
I can't hear her. I can't hear Sandy. Am I supposed to be able to hear her? You may notice something a little different, and if you haven't yet, let me inform you. We are also have a video feed tonight. So, if you can see us, we're on here. If you can't see us, you can go to the Facebook page for greenvillemedia.com, like the page, and then it says live video feed, and click on that, and you can watch the action happen.
I don't know if they want to do that. We don't have anything planned.
No, and we don't have a lot of action. But we did realize that there's a little delay, so we are much faster on video feed, and we're like Jet Li and who's that other guy? Wonton Fui, Hong Kong Fui. I don't know. But we're here live in front of the 5-gauge Tiva, and we're going to talk a little girlfriends tonight. You may remember Sandy from a previous show. I hope Sandy can join me every 6 weeks or so.
Sure.
Good, because we have a good time.
Yeah.
Sandy is giving me the miseducation of music, a genre called Americana. I didn't know there was such a thing. I thought I was making it up, but apparently there are people way ahead of me. Sandy has brought some of her favorites tonight. She's going to give us a little intro of each, tell us why she likes this little ditty, and kind of the story behind it if she knows. And I want to tell you, next week, my friend Paige Mingle is coming back to the show. She and I are going to talk about chick flicks. So if in the interim you think of what is your favorite chick movie, we're trying to come up with a definition of that, because, I sat down and I probably had 50. Think about it, Sandy. If you just went, these are some of my favorite chick flick movies. It does not take long to get every Sandra Bullock movie, anything ever written by Nicholas Sparks, anything. So we're like, okay, is it movies that make us cry? Is it movies that you're flipping through in the Saturday afternoon and it's rainy and you're like, okay, I got to watch that, even if it's the last 15 minutes of The Color Purple. You know what I mean? So I think we're going to narrow it down to the movies that we must watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, Constantine. I don't care where it is. I'm like, I got to watch a little Constantine. It's got that guy in it.
I'm like that by Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. There are
Not
Elvis
that that's
people.
A chick flick, but...
Different kinds of chicks.
Right.
Are you an Elvis fan or you are a Beatles fan? But you are not two equally well. So which are you?
Beatles.
Really? Because I would be an Elvis girl.
Well, I saw an Elvis impersonator not long ago, about 3 weeks ago.
Nobody does that well.
He was pretty good in the voice. He could have, his pants were a little bit too short.
Yeah,
so.
I can work a lip. Thank you very much. I have heard this afternoon that imitation is the greatest form of flattery, so maybe that's it. The man's been dead, since I was 12, and people are still imitating him. But they always do Fat Vegas Elvis. Have you noticed no one does sexy black leather Elvis?
I know.
They can't.
I think you may be right.
Because if JT wanted to really bring sexy back, he would have gone Elvis.
Yeah, now when Elvis was young, back in the day, did I say Elvis?
Yeah, you did. You're Elvis. It's urban Elvis.
He was.
That's great.
He was something to look at back in the day.
Ooh, and no one
moves.
has looked like him. Nobody does.
Nobody can dance.
No. I saw a thing once. I digress. It's sort of about music and a little bit about makeup. It's a totally girl conversation, and you're keeping up, so let's go. A makeup artist drew just an actual artist drew just a line rendering, okay, of the perfect facial shape. Like they ask 100 people, which eyes do you like better, these or these? Which nose, this or this? Which lips, this is this? And so they had just a line sketch of that. And then she had overlays with different coloring, okay? And taking the perfect, most agreed upon perfect shape of eyes, nose, lips, shape of the face, and she overlaid different hairstyles, different coloring, different eye colors, different things like that. Did not change it. It was the same line art. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you in my head with me?
I am in your head, yes.
Okay. The first coloring she put over it, Marilyn Monroe. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, second one, Elizabeth Taylor. To look at those two women, you would not think that they looked alike. You know what I'm saying? But did not change the shape of the nose, just changed the coloring. The third one, Holly Berry. And if you think about those three women, they are beautiful women. I mean, Raquel Welch, not a bad-looking girl. You know what I'm saying? Never want to go to the homecoming game as princess, whatever, and realize that Cindy Crawford's come back to school that year. No. Okay, so good-looking women, but those three women, Holly Berry, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, are universally described as beautiful. Is that the coolest thing you've ever heard
cool.
today?
That's absolutely cool.
I thought so.
I've got this is totally off the
but I'm with you. Let's go.
Here, but I've got a message here. It says, enough food talk.
Enough food talk?
I want my girls.
Enough food talk?
And somebody else said something about food bites. So
is the food bites on before us? Refresh the page.
Yeah, okay.
Type on there and tell them to refresh the page. We have all forms of communication working at this moment. Okay, that's what happens. If you come early, you've got to refresh the page and make sure that you sign on.
Okay. I'll let them know.
Tell me your story.
My story.
You've lost it. Totally off the subject, but I've got a story.
That's what I wanted to say.
They
were saying that food bites was
Oh, okay.
It was just this little nagging thing, and I thought I need to say something about this.
Excuse me, I need to say something. Yes, could I address the crowd? Okay, well, let's tell me about the first song. First song you've got is called Sing the Delta.
Sing the Delta. It's Iris DeMent, and she is...
Is that a person?
That is a person. It's a woman. She is one of my absolute favorite songwriters.
Where is she from?
She is from Arkansas, originally. The youngest of 14 kids.
That's a hobby.
Yes. Grew up in a Pentecostal
That's how you get there. That's how you get 14 kids, Pentecostal or Catholic.
Right.
Because if you don't follow it, like if you go, I'm the youngest of 14 kids, and you don't say, we're Pentecostal or we're Catholic, you know the first thing you think? Your mama's a slut.
Well,
that's it.
Now, see, I wouldn't have thought that.
Oh.
So your mind is apparently more in the gutter than
no,
mine. So.
But 14 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
You've been busy.
But that was the way it was back in the
was.
day. You know, she's a little bit older than we are.
Oh, okay.
So all of her music, you can really hear the gospel influences. Wonderful. She plays piano. This album, Sing the Delta, just came out this past year in 2012.
So she's from Arkansas.
She's from Arkansas.
But she sings about the Delta.
She grew up in California. They moved there when she was a kid, but her songs are all pretty much about the South, river. And she's just a very...
How did you come to know her?
Actually, John Pruitt introduced me to Iris DeMent. There was it was one of her earlier albums, Infamous Angel, I think. She went 16 years, though, and didn't make an album. So everybody all the Iris fans were really waiting for this record that just came out, and it's all fabulous.
Had something happened in her life? Or
No, she's been performing, you know, she's been out performing and on the road. But she just hadn't done an album, so
After
she finally...
her victory tour, she took a break.
Victory tour. Yeah. Actually, her last album before this was a gospel record. Oh, wow. And she did a lot of standards, and I think there was one on there that she actually wrote called He Reached Down. Mm-hmm. But this one that she come out with this year, it's all original. It's called Sing the Delta.
Oh, and so this is new
This
stuff.
is new, yeah, 2012. And this song, Sing the Delta, is the title track off that CD.
So if someone wanted to get this, where would they get this?
You can get that on iTunes. And I think CD Baby. You can actually go to her website. She's on Facebook. She's on, I think, irisdement.com. But there's...
Okay.
Or, I don't know... as far as music stores, I know that it's probably not at Walmart.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can find the hard copy out there at some of the music stores and that.
Okay.
But definitely you can find it online. I got it on iTunes.
Right. Okay. Anything you want to tell me about this?
It's just a beautiful
preview?
song,
Okay.
and I love it.
Well, let's listen to it. This is one of Sandy Ray and the Cold Shoulders' favorite tunes. It's called Sing the Delta by a lady named Iris DeMent. And I don't know what I'm doing. Which one is the play? This one?
So you're heading down a southern way, passing through the delta sometime today. In my mind, pictures line the walls of a place I used to know, and I vividly recall. I love you so much, and you sure seem good. Did it mean so much to leave if you would sing the Delta love song for me? It's the land where the cotton used to grow. It owns a piece of my heart and soul. It's where my people on both sides going back eked out living, farming, and filling them old cotton sacks that took us west when I was a little child. It's in my blood, and it's still flowing strong and wild. Sing the Delta love song for me. Sing the Delta love song for me. Lay down on that old river, let it roll on out to sea. There's a wind in my mama's voice and hands. It's a wave which my spirit understands. Sing the Delta love song for me. You give it all just the way your daddy does. Both got your demons, but they're close.
You're listening to Greenville, brought to you by Thomas